Holy smokes. What can I say? Yesterday, all right, so just catch you up. I did a vlog, but for whatever reason, my microphone wasn't on. And because I'm going directly into my computer, and I just forgot to turn it on. I mean, it can hear me, but it didn't record. So let me catch you up. Saturday, lost track of time. Everything got, and it's mainly because I'm working on that AI prompt class, which is now completed. It's on the site, ready to roll. And that took up so much time because of the software, the program that I was using to upload the information and connect to Go Collab. What a waste of time. When inefficiency happens, it just takes up everything. Anyways, so I got my leg workout in on Sunday night, and that was brutal because last night I cramped again. My right front shin, so if this is my leg, right here started cramping, and I tried to walk it off. It wouldn't walk off. And luckily, we have one of those massage guns, and that's what I had to use at like 10:30 at night. It just was crazy. And then I took a scoop of magnesium because it's supposed to help. So I'll probably try taking a little bit of that. I take multivitamins and all that stuff. It just didn't work. So that is definitely not fun. I can feel my legs today. My calves are sore. So we're going into finally, and I'm recording this before I work out. So let's see what happens. We're going into day 1, week 2 of the workout, and that is going to be great. I am looking forward to that because now that I'm very sore, I think it'll happen. I don't know about you, but it always takes me another day, 1 day after, or no, 2 days after, before I start feeling really sore. I want to talk about something that I don't know if anyone else does this. I think they do this. I don't know. And I may just be eccentric, but V-necks, example, I like the way they feel. I like the way I buy one. I'll find a style of shirt, and then I will buy all the colors that I like from that one style. Does anyone else do that? I just feel like instead of shopping for every different types of things, you just buy something that you like that works. So you can see me wearing tons of V-necks. I have a ton of V-necks. I did that with Cycle Bunny shirts, all the different colors that I like. You know, like I'm not gonna wear neon green or anything like that. But does anyone else do that? I don't know. Like I look at my daughter's clothes and she's got different variations of different styles and this and that, and I'm just like, okay, yeah. So that's an interesting thing. An AI world, I gotta say, I read an article, and I don't know, it could have been made up. Nope, it was on Reddit. It wasn't made. Well, I guess it could have been made up too. This person said they talked to their AI girlfriend for a week, and it made them feel emotional. We're going into some deep caverns when it comes to an AI assistant becoming your significant emotional support. Like I'm all for looking up information and diagnosing what can I do this, what can I do that. But to talk to a machine to get emotional support, that's kind of scary, I think. I don't know. Maybe I'm just old school, but I mean, it's probably the new generation. I hope my daughter does it. I mean, my daughter wants a robot dog, and I saw one on sale, but I'm like, it's the first version. You try never buy the first version of anything because it'll break. We'll figure out the issues, we'll refine it, reiterate it, come out with something else. So, I just thought that was interesting. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I think in our day and age, video games were bad. I played them. I enjoyed them. I didn't become a serial killer, so I don't know. I'm pretty emotionally stable. I'm not that crazy. Anyways, I want to talk about these water jugs. All right, let's just say water jugs. Back in the day at the gym, you got these buff, huge guys carrying around water jugs. Now, they were probably, I don't know, you could buy water jugs now at the store. I don't know if they used the milk cartons, the milk jugs, or if they just went out and bought one. But think about this. in this day and age, they've done tons of research that all the plastic that we're drinking and eating and all that stuff out of all the containers that we're utilizing, how much plastic did that shed into the water? Number one. Number two, was it a trend? Like, was it really cool? Because, I mean, you saw it. At first, you think it's odd. Then you see more people doing it. And then you're like, oh, it's a trend. And I can honestly say I never did it. I did go to there was a water place called To Go Water. I think it was. It was purified water. And they sold, you know how the big water jugs, those containers, they sold a half a gallon miniature one like that. I carried that. I thought it was good. Plastic though. So I was drinking plastic. Now, I mean, you got, right? You got these things, 40 ounces. You got to drink 3 of these to be a gallon. 40 ounces, not plastic, stainless steel. So it just cracks me up to think about nowadays. And I'm sure there's plenty of people, and they're always bodybuilders. They're always huge. I've never seen anyone who was just starting out carrying around a big. And then let's just go down this rabbit hole. Do you need that much water? Like, yes, 1 ounce per pound. What was it? What was the rule of thumb back in then? It was like 1 ounce per pound or half ounce? No, maybe I'm thinking of protein. Yeah. So 120 ounces is what? That's a gallon. 120 ounces. If you weighed 120 pounds or more, you're supposed to be drinking a gallon. Now, there's, obviously it's all been debunked and saying you just need water. You just need drink. And sometimes too much is not good enough. And we all know that. Too much of anything is not good, which is why you need to take a day off. And so just something to think about. I thought it was funny. I thought it was interesting to look back and think how cool those jugs were. And so this is going to be a twofer because I'm going to do my next workout, which I talked about AI, but I think I talked about it in the episode that wasn't recorded with audio. So let's just real quick, I'm going to throw it out there. AI, be specific. If you go to the AI trainer and just say, make me a workout, that's not enough. And this is part of the prompting class. If you want specifics, you got to tell it how old you are, how much you weigh, what are your dietary issues, what kind of exercises you enjoy, which ones you want to avoid. I said I have a functional training machine, I have a dip bar, I have dumbbells, I have a yoga mat. I'd like to incorporate calisthenics into my workout. I told how much I weigh, how old I am, I have an ACL injury, and I said at the very end of that, I said, ask me clarifying questions if you have any. So it asked me, can I do weight-bearing exercises on my leg? Yes. It asked me, how long do I want my workouts to be? 60 minutes. It asked me any diet. I don't know why it asked me this because it didn't make me a food plan. So unless you wanted to make you kind of a dietary food plan, just see what it does. But it asked me like if there's any foods I want to avoid. And I said I want to avoid like milk and cheese, type of thing, and carbs. I'm not a big carb eater. And what else? I said I want a 30-day program where I'm not repeating the same exercise in the same week. If I'm doing 2 days of push, I don't want the same exercises for both those days. I want something totally different. So take a look at that. I'll put a screenshot of what I wrote in there. You'll see it. Now, this is going to be something special, and I think I'm only going to put it on here. If anyone wants to try, if anyone who is not technical, it's for non-technical people, all you technical people, you already got it. But if anyone wants to try the advanced prompt engineering course for non-technical users, send me a message. I'll send it to you for free. And you just tell me how it goes. And see what it helps you or not. I don't know. I don't know if it'll help you. I mean, it helped me, and I'm technical. So this next workout, what I did on yesterday, Monday, was, and I shouldn't say the days because I put these out like way later in the week than I do in the beginning. But I did, well, as you can see, the goblet squat, cable kickback, and calf raises. Calf raises are interesting because I remember back in the day they said when your foot is on the board to go all the way down and then all the way up. Now they're saying you don't even have to go all the way down. You just go up and straight, up and straight. I mean, then you don't even need a board. But To each their own, whatever works for you. I mean, if you want cramps like I do, go all the way down. So today is going to be my week 2, day 1, push day. And we got dumbbell bench press, cable face pulls, bench dips, which I'll probably just do the dip machine with a rubber band because I don't know if I can do it. Reverse crunch on a mat, and bird dogs, which I don't know if I'm going to do those. The references, this is all created by AI. So it's kind of like, I'm kind of that type of guy that goes, I think I'll do this instead. Or I'll do that instead. I'll hit the muscle group, but I'm always not going to stick to the exercise, especially if I'm not in the mood. So that's it. Affirmation. What are my affirmations? What was it? I read one that stuck to me. Live by choice, not by chance. To be motivated and not manipulated. That's a good one. So keep that in your back pocket, and we'll continue to push forward. We'll get this done, and we'll talk later.